Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy to see quite a lot of you, but not that many, which is good for me because I have less things to check. But anyways, welcome everyone, and I hope you will enjoy the class. So the name of the class, as you know, is Ukrainian language and culture, and my main goal here is just to give an introduction to Ukrainian language. So by the end of this semester, you hopefully can all read and have a little conversation with Ukrainians. And speaking about culture, it's mostly going to be history, but it's going to be the fun history, the one I like most, which is like the old times. So it's going to be the talk about spirits and some princes and princesses that we had a lot. And I like that part of the history the most, and it actually gives a perfect introduction to Ukraine and Ukrainian culture too. And I also like to give some fun facts because I guess it's more entertaining when you have some like daily fun facts about the country. So yeah, and here is your first lesson. So it's not gonna be a full lesson. I think we might finish in 1 hour. We'll have enough lessons to continue, so it's going to be just an introduction, and you see if you want to join or not. Right, so let's see. We start with this flag, right? So we got blue on the top and yellow at the bottom. If you ask Ukrainians, they actually don't like to say it's blue, they like to say it's navy. So once again, it's going to be navy on the top and yellow at the bottom. And quite interesting is that I believe it's the fact that most Taiwanese people know. Do you guys know? Why is it blue and yellow? So some Taiwanese students actually showed me one of your textbooks back from school, and it comes from one of the random facts that your Taiwanese textbook gives about Ukraine, and I guess that's the most well-known fact about Ukraine. So obviously we have lots of grains, and the most important one for Europe is going to be the one you make bread with. So we are the bread basket for Europe, as they like to say. And I believe that's the fact you had in your Taiwanese textbook. So pretty much you can see by yourself. Yellow is going to be the grain, the one you make the bread with, and blue stands for the sky. So that's the inspiration for our flag, navy and yellow. And also, I do believe many of you came because you might be curious about the war or like what's going on these days. I'm not in political science, so I'm sorry, I don't think I can give you like a good comprehensive review of the war, but maybe we'll touch something. I hope to keep it like, you know, a bit light and maybe happy. I don't want to go into those like dramatic facts, but maybe I'll mention something about Russia or like Ukraine, and I hope to keep it more neutral. I don't want to give any dramatic facts, because anyways, history changes, and whatever I would say now, it might be a lie in 20 years when the history is going to be rewritten anyways. So yeah, anyways, as you also might know, as it's something that you would see in your textbook from high school or like middle school, I'm not sure, is that Ukraine is actually blessed with not just one of the most perfect soil in the world, but also natural resources. So when I talk about the soil, it's going to be this black soil. The Ukrainian name, which is actually the English name as well, is Chernozem, and it's this brown soil that is very, very valuable. Mostly because any seed you put in the soil is going to grow pretty much immediately. So if you fail as, I don't know, with your plants in Taiwan, if you go to Ukraine and you try to plant the same seed, it's probably going to grow. That's how good this black soil is. So it's a bit, well, it's really dark. It's a bit darker than the usual soil you might see. Not as dark as this picture. It's like dark brown soil. And it has all the good stuff for any plant. So Ukraine is blessed with it. And also, as I said, we have lots of raw natural materials. So they are, let's say, gas, iron, uranium, lithium, graphite, and lots of them. What is interesting is actually the area that is occupied by Russia right now is full of lithium and gas. So sometimes we say it might be the reason why Russian people decided to come and take this part. As far as I know, lithium, it's the one you can make batteries with, and it's one of the most unique raw materials in the world. I believe China has a bit, and no one expected that Ukraine would have that much. It's just a recent fact that we found out. Actually, it was like in the beginning of 2020, just around the time when Russia attacked, and it's very valuable for lots of things. So we sometimes say that this natural resource might be the reason why Russians attack. There are lots of other political and cultural moments too, but that might be one of them. And I was talking about all of that just to bring to your attention that Ukraine actually has everything to be a very rich country, but unfortunately I believe we never had good politicians. So that's what we have right now. Not this yet, but also if you talk to any Ukrainian, there is one phrase that Ukrainians would say a lot, which is, give me a second. I promise you, you'll be able to read that by the end of this semester, because Ukrainian is actually super easy to read, but I will just write it down in original and then translate for you. So it's going to be Моя хата з краю, нічого не знаю. If you learned any Russian before, you will have easier time because lots of letters are the same. So that's like the most common phrase Ukrainians say, and this phrase pretty much means that my house is on the suburbs, I don't care about anything. And unfortunately, it's actually something that we have deep in ourselves. We only care about our family, our house, and unfortunately, as Ukrainians, we don't really care what's happening around. So if we have a bad politician, especially in the past, we would just let it go because we're like, yeah, most important that my family is fine, we don't really care. And I believe this mindset might be one of the reasons why we have what we have now. Maybe there were moments when we could actually fight and care about the country, but we didn't. And maybe that's one of the reasons why we have the war. So, and also, not just that, as I said, we have lots of natural resources, the soil, and the geopolitical location of Ukraine is kind of interesting for many players around us. It's kind of just between Russia and Europe, between Asia and Europe, so it's quite interesting for many powers for its geopolitical location. Considering all that, I also wanted to bring that Ukrainians had lots and lots of wars. So the one we have right now is not the first and obvious. We had so many of them, and we had to fight for our land all the time. So starting from the 9th century, we had to fight against Vikings, then Mongolians came, then there were more and more wars with Lithuania and Poland. We were always up to something, as you can see. And it was also one of the sayings that we like to say to ourselves, I would say, with neighbors like this, you don't even need enemies, meaning that We've got so much conflicts going on around us that you don't need enemies, you just have the neighbors, like for example Russia, Belarus, and you're already in trouble. And as I said, it's just here, so Ukrainian's history is shaped by geography, natural resources, and its strategic location, which makes it a battlefield for empires and all the neighboring powers. Yep, and for us as Ukrainians, despite of all past wars and all that, we like to see ourselves as unbreakable Ukrainian people. So if you ask any Ukrainian, and if you ask why you're still guys a Ukraine, probably would hear something as "Мы незламний український народ," which means we are unbreakable Ukrainian people. That's what we believe about ourselves. So we've got this spirit kind of that keeps us moving, and we try not to bend and not to serve anyone. That's our main goal as the nation, I would say. And it's written in many books, lots of poetry, and even our national anthem. So why are we like that? The secret might be hiding in our national anthem. So especially when I was a kid, they would play this national anthem for us, and it starts very, very pessimistic. So as you can see, it goes with like, Ukrainian glory has not yet died, nor her freedom. And as a kid, you kind of want something more cheerful, but all we had is this kind of depressive national anthem. It starts a bit depressing, I would say. And then it goes like, upon us, my young brothers, the fate shall yet smile. Our enemies will perish like dew in the morning sun, and we too shall rule, brothers, in our own land. So pretty much the whole meaning here is like, all our enemies will die one day, and we will rule on our land one day, brothers. And then the refrain goes like, souls and bodies will lay down, all for our freedom, and we will show that we brothers are of the Cossack nation. So it's been a problem for centuries. Ukraine was always fighting for the land, for its freedom, for its people, and it was sometimes really hard because we had the neighboring countries that would say, no, you're not a country, you don't even have a language, your culture is nothing, you have to serve us. If you speak Ukrainian, you're not a higher class, you're like a villager, just shut up. We had a lot of that. And I guess that's something that our national anthem wants to show. I'm not sure how appropriate it is to play the national anthem during the first class, but that's something I want to do. So just this little part that talks about us being a free nation. So let's just listen. Actually, it's not our authentic national anthem. It's the one that became official only 5 years ago. So it's kind of like brand new. Because our new president, Zelensky, thinks it's a good artist with a good voice. So let's listen. And once again, so by now, I hope you do remember that Ukrainians had this long history starting from the 5th century, which is like super long. And all the time we had to fight for our land, for our freedom, for our culture, for our language, and it's like a never-ending fight. So what's happening right now is just like the repetition, like the history in the circles. And over here, you've got a sentence that goes like, we will show everyone that we Ukrainians, we brothers, are the Cossack nation. I hope you remember this word by the end of the semester, because that's something Ukrainians are super proud of. That's our Cossack heritage. Anyone who knows who Cossacks are? So Cossacks are our free knights. So knights are the warriors, right? Those who fight. And free means that they created their own land to fight all the enemies. So they were around 18th, 20th century, and they had this idea that they had to fight for Ukraine and they had to create a state. They looked like this, pretty much. If you see the picture of the man on the horse with a big mustache and quite often shaved head with like a big, I'm not sure how it's called, like bang in the front, that's going to be the Cossack. And it's something that appeared on the territory of Ukraine, as I said, around the 18th century. And they tried to create their own state, and they saw it as Ukraine, and they were fighting for the land to recover. What's interesting about that, it was the first idea of democracy. Back then in Europe, it wasn't such a thing. They actually brought something like an election and the free word. So it was like a beginning of democracy on the land of Ukraine. But we'll talk more about that. For now, please just remember, we had Cossacks that we're super proud of, and they were our ancestors, those who were fighting for the freedom of Ukraine in the 18th to 20th century. So once again, the thing itself emerged in the 15th century, but they were most active around 18th to 20th, and they known for their military skills, independence, self-governance, oh, and also humor. Sorry, it's misspelled. If right now you talk about Cossacks, you would always kind of repeat their jokes. They were known for being humorous. And what else they brought? They brought to us our national dance, which I'm going to show in a second. It's the dance Ukrainians are most proud of. And it's quite interesting that Cossacks were those who created the dance, and it was their training. So if you watch the dance, it's full of lots of quotes and lots of like moments that looks like fighting, pretty much. And it's one of the biggest dances we've got right now. So it's going to be a little part of the whole dance. I feel like the quality is a bit bad, but we've got what we've got. The legs, but the legs were doing some crazy stuff over there. There are lots of jumps, lots of squats, lots of like twirling and stuff. And as I said, it was a military training before, which became a dance. So girls don't do much, as you can see. They usually just look pretty and they do some short like steps or maybe some sometimes they just run around, and girls became the part of the dance just later. So quite unfair. We actually learned this dance starting from the kindergarten. I'm not sure if you got it here in Thailand as well, but you would dress up as a little kid in the national clothing, and then boys are supposed to do all the crazy jumps and twirls and like all the crazy part. And I don't think it works well because it's really dark, but pretty much all girls do is like this section, and they just run around, so it's very easy for a girl and super duper hard for boys. So once again, that's our national dance, which is called Hopa. And I believe some of you might have seen it, because actually it became quite a huge trend on TikTok in 2022. So just to show you, once again, I feel like the screen is doing something, but that's TikTok, and in 2022 it was quite a huge trend. It was quite trending in 2022, and actually quite interesting. It was even it can be found in the clubs of Taiwan. So this video, can I play it in a sec? Yeah, so this video was made in one of the clubs of Taiwan, and you can see some guys dancing Hopa, the clubs of Taiwan, which I find interesting. But yeah, not this guy, he's coming in second, this guy. So he was trying to dance Hopa. It was really big, so yeah. Quite an interesting dance to watch. I'm sorry, I feel like it's way darker than what I see, but yeah, not too many details for you guys. And yeah, maybe one more thing that I hope you will remember about Ukrainians is that we try to keep the humor alive, and maybe you'll find it a bit sarcastic and dark, but for us it's mostly based on our folk, that's the word, like folk tales, spirits. We have a very rich culture that is based on like spirits and village and witches and mermaids, and we like to bring it back. So when you talk to Ukrainians, they like to keep it a bit mysterious sometimes too, but we'll talk about that later. Alright, and maybe now it's about time to talk about some administrative part, enough for a little introduction of Ukraine, just like short moments from all the parts. I will start with myself. So, my name is Vlada, you can see it on the top. My surname is Perekrestova. It's very, very long, so I hope, or I think it would be nice if you guys can call me Dr. Vlada in our communication. I think it's short, and I feel like people sometimes don't really know how to address foreign teachers. So if you can call me Dr. Vlada, I think it works well. So I've been working in Tamkhan for actually way more. I think it's 3 or 4 years now, starting from 2022. I was also teaching Russian literature and language before, but now it's only Ukrainian culture and language, mostly because it's a part-time job, and my main job is in Academia Sinica. I'm a researcher on sustainable science in Academia Sinica. Speaking about my education, just a few words. I went to National Chenchi University, which is in Mocha, and I did something in social science. And before that, I was a student in Poland. I did Asian studies, and I did a year of exchange in Taiwan. That's how I decided to move here. So if anytime you have a chance to go for exchange program, please do so. I think it's a very life-changing experience sometimes. Yep. And also I did philology and literature degree as my bachelor back in Kiev, and one more on international economics also in Kiev. So as you can see, philology is not my main major, but I do have lots of passion for it. So we'll focus on that a lot, on philology and language. And let's do our first word together. So I believe it might be your first Ukrainian word ever. So as you can see, we've got our own Slavic alphabet, but all the time it can be kind of transformed to Latin. So before you learn how to read, I will do both, and then you will be able to read them. So over here you get the word which means hi, and it's something you can say to your friends or someone of your age. Usually we don't say it to teachers. There is a longer word for that, but we started with the basic. So once again, that's the word, and please repeat after me. It's going to be привіт. Yeah, and that means hi. So once again, привіт. Привіt. Alright, congrats, you just learned the first word. It's hi. And let's say hi to each other. I will say hi and you say hi back to me, okay? So let's go. Привіт. Nice job. And you can write it down somewhere because I feel like you will use it quite often during the semester. So it's also time for us to choose the Ukrainian name for yourself. I feel like it's a habit that Taiwanese people like to have, right? Because you all have an English name for your English class. That they gave me a Chinese name for my Chinese class. And I don't want to push you, but if you like, you can choose a Ukrainian name for yourself too. If not, you can go by your real name or by your English name, no pressure. But what I wanted to do now, oh sorry, I'm going back. Could you please scan this QR code? And there is a list of lots of Ukrainian names. I will read for you, and you can read the meaning of the word, of the name. And if you like something, it can be your name till the end of this semester or till the end of this year. Alright, so we've got the file, right? And I'm going to read the names. Maybe you can repeat after me so it's not just me reading. And if you like the name, it can be yours. Just claim it. So let's see, it's quite a long file, but let's go. We start with males' names. It goes like a Latin version, you see, then a pronunciation, then the meaning of it, and then at the end you can see this name written in Ukrainian. So for now you just can kind of like copy paste it somewhere. Later you'll be able to write it down, I promise. So let's go. We go with some male names. We started with Arkady. And could you just repeat after me so I'm not here by myself, okay? At least we do something together. Let's go. Arkady. Artem. Denis. Ivan. Kirill. Konstantin. Maxim. Matvey. Alexei. Rostislav. Stepan. Simon. Timothy. Valery. Vitaly. Then we go with some traditional Ukrainian boy names. Andriy. Boris. David. Grigory. Mykola. Petro. Philip. Sergey. Taras. Volodymyr. Yevhen. Lyubomir. Grigory. Ostap. Rodimir. Svetoslav. Timur. Vadim. Valentin. So obviously they all mean something, but then we have some names that would show that you're strong and leader. So these names would be, let's go, Borisko, Makita, Stanislav, and then some unique Ukrainian names, which means pretty much that you don't see them often. Adrian, Demian, Georgi, Gordy, Corneli, Ohrim. And then these are connected to some religious roots, so they glorify the God in some way. but they're very popular. Bogdan, Boguslav, Danilo, Fedir, Gavrilo, Igor, Ilya, Mikhailo, Nazari, Semen, Yosef, Dmitro, Anatoly. All right, and quite an interesting fact about Ukrainians. We usually have not just name and our surname, but all of us have the paternal name, the father's name. So for me, my dad is Andrei, so I would be Vlada Andreevna. So we take the father's name, we change it a bit, and it's going to be your paternal name. It's called paternal name, pretty much your father's name, and everyone has it. So if you have a teacher, you would go with Vlada Andreevna, which is my name and my paternal name. And that's how you show respect to people. You call them by their name and paternal name. That's one of the reasons why we don't have many male names. They're usually the same names for everyone, because you need to make a paternal name. And if this male name is very unique, it sounds a bit odd. You don't want to have a kid with an odd name. That's why pretty much everyone has a very standard name. Like just for example, if the father is Jack, I would be Vlada Jakovna, and for us it sounds a bit strange. It's just like so odd, so not usual, that maybe the kids might be even bullied or something. Hopefully not, but kids are mean sometimes. So usually it's just the same names for boys over and over again, which is a bit boring at the same time. Girls can be more unique with names, because you pretty much just live by this name and you don't pass it to your kids. Okay, so let's move to female names, and we've got the most popular girl names over here. Please repeat after me. Anastasia, Angelina, Anna, Darina, Diana, Katarina, Maria, Marta, Polina, Sofia, Solomia, Veronica, Victoria, Yana, Yara, Eva, Julia, Christina, Zlata. That's some common names. Bogdana, Galina, Larissa, Nina, Oksana, Olena, Olga, Ruslana, Vera, Zoriana. And some popular names in other countries: Alexandra, Alina, Dasha, Irina, Ivana, Lera, Lilia, Mila, Настя, Натали, Саша, Таисия, Уляна, Валентина, Valeria, Zoya. Alright, and the names below repeat the ones you had above, so you don't need to read those. If you like one of these names, you can go by the name you chose for yourself. If not, an easy trick for you to translate your real name or English name, you just go to Google Translate, and here you have Mandarin, and over here you need to choose Ukrainian. Usually it takes me forever to find Ukrainian here. Sorry guys. One of these, right? Oh, this is. Okay, so for example, your name is Jack, you just write Jack, and it will kind of translate it to Ukrainian, and you can use it from now on. Or you just write your real name in the password, and then you get the spelling. So that's how you know how your name is written in Ukrainian. You can check it later. So that's how you will be able to know the writing of your name. So, and let's continue a bit more with Ukrainian language. So it's not going to be just hi. By the way, how do you say hi in Ukrainian? Yeah. So once again, привет. And we would also learn how to say my name is. So it's just here. in Ukrainian it will be "Мене звати," and over here I wrote down the Latin. So if it's red, it means there is a stress on it. Okay, so let's try again. Hi is going to be "Привіт." And then if you want to say my name is, it's going to be "Мене звати." And over here it's your name. So my name is Vlada. That's why I would say "Мене звати Vlada." You say your name. Let's practice again, okay? So we start with hi. Привіт. My name is "Мене звати." Then you say your name. And if you want to ask what's your name, that's the one here. Could you repeat, please? It's going to be як тебе звати. And the answer would be hi, my name is. So once again, it's going to be привіт. Мене звати. And so this is a little dialogue for you. So it goes like, hi, my name is Vlada. You change, what is your name? And then, hi, my name is. So if you choose to stay with this class, it's going to be your tiny little homework for the next time. You need to choose your name and you need to record yourself saying these two sentences. I believe it's not hard, but we can practice again, okay? So let's go. It's going to be Привіт. Мене звати. And over here, please say the name you chose or your real name. And then please ask the question, як тебе звати? Alright. Can we practice now? Could you please find a partner next to you? And could you please say hi to your partner? Just repeat after me, please. Could you say привіт? Yeah, and your partner can answer hi. And then could you please say that what your name is? Okay, so could you please say мене звати? And your name. So for example, if your name is Jack, you just go with мене звати Jack. And the last thing is going to be what's your name? Could you just say please, як тебе звати? And I believe the second person could say, hi, my name is. So it's going to be привіт, мене звати. So let's say it one more time, okay? There are two of you. So the first person is going to say this part, and the second person is going to say the answer. So could you practice, please? Is it hard or it's okay? I think it should be fun with lesson. said is going to be your homework, right? The homework you have is going to be to choose your name or know how to kind of write your name. Just like check what you see on Google and maybe try to write it somewhere on the paper. And then please record that, and I will explain later where to record the sentence. So maybe just one more time, let's go. Let's say привіт. Мене звати. Як тебе звати? Привіт. Мене звати. Okay, and your name. So I will record this one more time and I will post it on iClass so you can listen and try to repeat after me as your homework. So just to explain where you have to record that, it's actually going to be on your Teams. I'm not sure if I can enter it now fast, probably I cannot, but I will try best to explain. When you go on Teams, can you try to find me? So I believe my number is 161182, and I believe it opens the chat with me. Does it? And then it's going to be a conversation of me and you, and no one else. So in this chat, please record this, okay? You will just press the audio and send the audio to me. And this audio will be, hi, my name is, what is your name? And you're good. It's going to be your first homework. And it's also just for you not to be afraid to speak Ukrainian, because actually for you guys, it's so easy to pronounce the sounds. I'm very actually impressed by Ukrainian pronunciation of Taiwanese people. You will nail it. Honestly, it will be easy for you. There might be some sounds that are not familiar. The rest is very simple. There is nothing where you have to like struggle. I feel like all of you will sound good. I guarantee that. So, and this is just for you to practice a bit the first sentence. And if you say something wrong, which I believe you will not, I will correct you. And I think in this way you also don't have to be shy, because pretty much no one else will hear us, and it's a good practice for you. So that's going to be our homework, not homework, but this time homework for the next week. Please record the audio and send it to my teams, okay? And I will upload the audio so you can practice at home before you do that. And also, let's talk about the final grade, what includes that. So for your final grade, you will have a midterm, which will be 30%, the final, which is 30%. Then please make sure you attend. It's 20% of your grade. But also what's important, during the classes, you will actually send the exercises to teams. So when you come here, I usually don't give homework, but I hope you can record everything during the class and send it to me. So if you come to the class, you will have some sentences like this, for example, and I will ask you to record those sentences during the class and send it to me for me to check, and that's going to be 20% of your participation, okay? So as long as you come, you will record with everyone, and I will be the only one who will hear you. So, and then it's going to be your participation rate. And usually I do not give homeworks because I believe it's not your main course, and you have other courses to focus on. So as long as you attend, you send your participation notes to teams, you're good. And please, of course, review something. That's all. Any questions on the final grade? No? Okay. So once again, please make sure you find me on Teams. I will try to explain once again on iClass. So if you have any questions about that, maybe also ask me. So you have to find me, and we'll have a chat with you for a semester, where you will send your audios. All right, so that was the practice time, and we'll have some history to cover during the next classes. Not too much. It will be a PDF file of 6 pages for the whole semester, and we will just talk about some fun facts about princess and princesses and spirits. I hope you like the part. So, yeah, and then sometimes I will upload the worksheets for you, which would usually have the Ukrainian language and the translation, just how you saw it now. And please make sure you download it and you have it in front of you. So, yeah. It's going to be kind of conversation, grammar, and please make sure you have it in front of you each class, maybe on your phone or on your iPad, whatever. And the last thing is going to be Ukrainian letters. We don't cover them today, but what I advise everyone to do, please download Duolingo. And actually, I have lots of foreign friends who learned Ukrainian alphabets with Duolingo, so please don't look down at it. It's actually quite good just for letters. we don't do the language part, but I'm not sure if you actually saw it. Duolingo has this part which only teaches you letters. So once you download it, I pretty much screenshotted everything. You go to your Ukrainian language, and then it tries to build a course, and obviously you don't know grammar yet, right? So you set whatever goals you want, you just do whatever. This is the test, and obviously you don't know the answers yet, so you just click whatever. You click wherever, and then register, it's for free. Oh, and then the most important part. So the most important part is that you don't do the class, but you do the letters. So they would teach you how to read that. So for example, they will do and then they have some very easy like writing, and you can try to read that. And after that, it will be super easy for you to master the alphabet, and you can use it as your extra materials. So to give some motivation for you to do that, I also will give +5 points for your midterm. So if you finish all the letters, they're just benefits for you. First, you will learn the alphabets very fast, and second, you will get +5 to your midterm when you show me the screenshot of your Duolingo. So highly recommend it. A very good usage of that. And also, of course, starting from the next class, we'll learn the letters and we'll learn how to read. And I guarantee it's a very easy language to read. You read what you see, which is a very pleasant part. All right, and that was a very short introduction that I tried to fit in 1 hour, and I managed. So we will finish in 3 minutes, and we can learn one more word over here, which will be our goodbye. So goodbye is just here. Bye. Yeah, that's going to be your bye. So 2 words that I hope you will remember after this class is going to be hi and bye. So once again, could we say hi one more time? Would you say hi? Nice. Let's again, привет. And which is more accurate for the moment now, let's say goodbye. Bye. Okay, that's our goodbye. So let's just make sure who is here during the class today. If you have any questions, you can find me after the class and ask the question. The rest, I hope to see you next week. So we have an early goodbye today. The number today is 7471. All right, please don't forget to choose your Ukrainian name and send me a little audio with your hi and your name before the next class. So once again, it's all. See you next time. Bye-bye.
是不是有那个名字跟那个像？
阿琼在乌克兰语叫阿丹。那你叫妈妈？那你要乌克兰名字吗？
我不知道。
你可以问老师啊，可以再帮你取一个。
我现在想要取一个新的。
没关系啊，你可以用你的俄语名字啊。那你最近学俄语怎么样啊？
我觉得超难。
因为现在在讲完成体跟未完成体，会再重新学。
记得我大2下学期，就是你应该有看到我很常没有去那个。
因为我是上另外一个班，但后来我以为你没有要再继续上下去了。
是啊。
对啊，
我放弃了。
我以为你放弃了，你没有放弃吧？因为你有看上A2建造班吗？
对啊。
因为英文系的课很重的。
是，我英语系课没有去。
因为你有那个社团的那个，然后我知道你有给我看过影片啊，然后你的社团真的很棒的感觉的。
就很累啦，因为下学期很多狂翘课。
对啊。
导致我第3、第5个都没有听到。
对啊，我觉得好像一次没有听到，你就后面都听不太懂。但是如果你有什么问题的话，你还是可以问 ChatGPT 或者你知道 Gemini 吗？对。
我知道。
对啊，所以就是因为我像我文法的问题，我不会的也是问 ChatGPT 跟 Gemini 的。对啊。
所以我现在还是搞不懂3跟5个在干嘛。
3跟5个什么？你说第三个是那个给语格，然后讲年龄也是用第3个，然后5的话就是创造格，然后你跟谁在一起也是用第5个，是马英都入宫，跟我的朋友，因为如果是阳性的话，后面会变成 OOM， 然后如果是阴性的话变成 OE， 你懂吗？
我知道，我看那个表格。
对，然后去谁的家里用第3个，可布拉杜去我的兄弟的家，可巴布什克去奶奶的家的，或者是
巴布什
卡会变巴布什克，因为第三个
是第5个吗？
那第3个跟第5个的那个阴性的变法是一样的，这阴性的变法都是后面加 O， 然后如果是阳性的话，第3个是变5，然后第5个是变 O。你有上过大一那个俄语语法吗？俄语语法1后面都有讲啊，但它很多题目啊，后面就会。
我记得巴布什卡变巴布什克，
可巴布什克的。是不是吧？我查一下，如果我忘记了，等一下，我帮你
第3个。
我查一下，因为我也会讲错，不好意思，如果讲错的话，因为我记得我看了，
真的对不起。我现在就只能看着他们大2的那个课本，然后之后再回想一下。
等我一下。所以。
应该是第5个。
不好意思，是可巴布什克，不好意思，我没有讲错，因为
3跟5真的会搞混。
对，因为第5个是变成 O， 然后第3个是变成也，所以是可巴布什克。然后一都是没有做交通工具，所以他走路去奶奶的家。那有做的话就变成阳也都可巴布什克。
现在俄语语法2你有去上吗？
有啊。
你去上 A 班的？
有的。
我现在都跟 B 班，因为 B 班没有早八。
那你英文系的课还好吗？
我现在都没有在上。
那你有要交很多报告吗？英文系的课要交很多报告吗？
基本上每个课都要报告啊。然后我就很不喜欢，然后我就想要转来2文，然后发现2文好像有点难。
对啊，从2年级以后就变难了。
他们现在教那个完成跟未完成，虽然他们大1的课有教，但是我还是搞不懂，因为他有时候就是 就是还是不太懂那
我也
个意思。
是啊，我也是还是不太懂。
就有时候你会直觉就觉得，就用未完成体，对啊，没错啊。可是它又是什么？
你每天买一个东西嘛，所以那个是还没有，就是会一直做没有完成，所以就用 prototype。然后如果你是买一次已经买完，你就用 cookie 是完成。还有说一件事情，如果你还没有说完是用 sketch，然后说完的是用表达例子。对。可是我还是不太懂。
说完应该是 SCASA。
没有 SCASA 是会完成，然后表达例子是完成。真的啊，我看是等一下，我没有骗你，我跟你讲。
表达例子会完成吗？
说的完成跟完他没有说我是会不知道
你可以打25。
孩子没有办法吃。我不知道他说什么。
它是完成体啊。看 SCASA， 它是 SV，
一结束，
然后这里在哪里？未完成体 NSV。然后 ChatGPT 是不是有时候会有错误？反正我都直接看那个 RTKs 了吧。
对啊，未完成体。是吗？
因为啊，他不是说什么某某人说，blah blah blah，他就是什么某某某 SCASA 什么的。
我又误会了，因为我一直以为表达例是。
这个会搞混，没差。
不好意思，我要不打，不好意思。
没关系，反正可能要多用吧。
对啊，不好意思。好吧，那你加油啊！
你加油。
那你要去问老师的名字啊。